Okay, so thank you all for being here today and listening to this mysterious voice speak to you all. So Laura, we're thankful that Laura is going to be sharing her knowledge and letting you know about what kind of opportunities there are in the commercial world. Laura is an expert at what she does, very efficient, very entrepreneurial. So without any further ado, we'll let Laura go on and show you what she's got to share for you all. So thank you all for being here. Laura, please take it away.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Awesome. Okay. I will share my screen. Give me 1 second here. I think you have to give me permission.
Yeah, let me take a look at that right now. There we go.
Glory.
Right, try it now, please.
मैं हाँ एक घंटे के बाद बुलाता.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about commercial real estate opportunities and how to increase your income through commercial referrals. If you have any questions along the way, just feel free to chime in as we go. So a little bit about KW Commercial, if you don't already know. KW Commercial was founded in 2008. There's about 2,200 agents nationally. Growth is now coming from outside of KW. I actually come from strictly commercial firms and joined KW Commercial in January of this year. We use different forms and processes which are only commonplace to commercial real estate. We don't use things like the MLS. Just a little bit about KW Commercial and the kinds of transactions, the number of transactions that are being done. Again, there's about 2,200 agents nationwide. In 2019, 13.5 thousand leases and sale transactions occurred in that year, of a volume about 9.2 billion. And of that, about 29.4 million referrals have been paid out. So a lot of transactions are occurring and a lot of referrals are being given out for referring a commercial lead to a commercial agent in your office. So just a little bit about who I am. I've been in commercial real estate for the past 10 years in and around Stamford, Connecticut. I'm strictly a commercial agent. I've never done residential before, licensed in Connecticut and New York. And I've completed hundreds of transactions on the commercial side, leasing and sales. Again, before joining KW Commercial in January, I was at a few different strictly commercial firms in the area, some bigger names like Cushman & Wakefield and some smaller names, boutique type firms. I represent tenants, landlords, buyers, sellers. My specialty is really restaurants and retail, but I have worked all sorts of transactions, office, industrial, land, medical, and all sorts of investment types, triple net leased assets, apartment buildings, owner user opportunities. So I just wanted to get into a little bit about, and I'm sure you already have a good idea of how to generate commercial leads, but these are just some basic questions when you're out there. You can be asking people that you know that are in your network already, or if you're out there, at a business or again, a networking event. These are great questions to ask people to kind of get the ball rolling and starting questions that may lead to a commercial referral lead for you. Do you own or manage a business? Do you have to make real estate decisions? And then, once you've had a good conversation and you think that they might be a commercial lead, I would just recommend that they speak to me and I can give them a call. I always recommend getting their information because 100% of the time, I will reach out to them rather than giving them my info. So that's some good questions to kind of get the conversation started. Another basic question that you can ask is, how's business? If you're at a restaurant and the owner or manager comes over and they start asking you about, hey, how's your meal? How's everything going? You can ask this question and see how their business is doing. They might say, oh, we're doing okay. We're doing well, we're moving forward. The pandemic was difficult on us. Or you might get into a conversation where they say, hey, we're actually expanding. We're opening up another location. We're looking for a spot in Westport. And then that's a good opening sort of thing to get started and start asking more questions, getting to know them more, building that relationship. And you can really ask this question to your friends, to your residential clients. If you don't know what they do for a living, maybe they're a lawyer and they work at an office, and maybe they're looking for additional office space. Does anybody have any questions? Or feel free to stop me at any point. So this is identifying commercial leads. Where can you look for commercial leads? A great place to look for opportunities is on your listing and showing appointments, and when speaking to your existing residential clients and prospects. Another good place is networking groups. They might already know that you do residential, but maybe they don't know that you have a commercial partner in the office and that you can also handle commercial transactions as well. So I just think talking about it and letting everybody know that you have a commercial partner in the office and that you do that sort of work will get you started. Again, another good place to start getting business is talking with businesses that you frequent. I would focus on local and regional concepts when doing this, stores, restaurants, coffee shops, medical offices. You may even catch an owner or manager around. And again, they'd like to expand or open up additional locations or relocate. Maybe they're not happy with their current spot and they want a spot that has more traffic or more space. They may even want to, instead of renting a space, they might want to decide to own the building that they occupy and lease a portion of the building for themselves and help pay their mortgage. And then the other spaces lease out and use it as an investment opportunity. Again, you could talk with your friends and acquaintances about their business. I know you're probably used to speaking to them about their residential needs and if they're looking to buy or sell a home, but now you could speak to them about commercial and what they do for a living and how you may be able to help them. Most people work at an office. And again, they might need to expand, downsize, or relocate. And, you don't even have to speak to the owner or the manager of the office or the company, even just speaking to employees of the company. Sometimes they are aware of the company's plans and that they're looking for more space or they're looking to relocate or buy an investment property. So you don't necessarily have to be always speaking to the decision maker. You can be speaking to somebody at the company. A lot of times everyone's sort of aware what's going on. Most people are involved in commercial real estate in some way. So just keeping commercial real estate on your mind and being open to finding opportunities is a great way to get started and build your commercial referral network. And ask a lot of questions. I keep going back to that, but just talking to them and talk to them about their business. The more questions that you ask, the more that you will uncover, and you'll start to realize that, hey, we can actually possibly help you out here. Identifying commercial leads. These are some buzzwords and hints that you might be hearing when you're starting these conversations that you could think, okay, wow, this is a great place to start and keep moving forward with it. Is their company expanding or relocating? Are they starting a business? Are they looking to lease space for their business? Do they want to buy a property for their business? Do they need to have their current lease reviewed? Do they need help formulating a commercial real estate strategy? Do they want to invest in commercial real estate? Some buzzwords and terms you can try to pick up on are things like 1031 exchange. Maybe somebody owns a building already. They're thinking about selling it, and they want to do a 1031 exchange, which is when they sell the building, they don't have to pay the capital gains tax on it if they buy a like property within a certain amount of days from the sale of their current building. So it's a great incentive for property owners to keep their money in real estate and to buy a property without having this huge penalty tax. Diversifying their investment portfolio, or do they want to maybe take some money out of the stock market and put it into commercial real estate? And again, are they a residential investor who might want to diversify their portfolio with a small commercial real estate property? Maybe you're working with a residential investor right now who maybe owns a 4-unit multifamily. So residential is 4 units or below. Commercial starts at 4 units and above. So maybe they've made some money and they've been very successful in owning these small multifamilies. And maybe now is the time where they're ready to buy that, larger multifamily apartment building. And again, that's something that you can come to me with and I can help you out with.
Hey, Laura, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
How familiar are you with the 1031 exchange?
Familiar.
Okay, is it true, I could be making this up, but is it true that over time they have to pay equal to what they would be saving in taxes when they use that?
Say that again?
So when they utilize the 1031 exchange, I know they're saving a certain amount in, I think it was the capital gains, right?
Yes.
Do they have to over time pay that amount of money back, or is that just an upfront cost that's saved?
They don't have to pay that money back.
Okay. Thank you.
It's actually something that unfortunately is on the chopping block right now. You probably have heard this. I know on the residential side, it's the conveyance tax, right? On the commercial side, 1031 exchanges are on the chopping block. Hopefully, it's nothing political. I just think they're good for real estate. It doesn't go away as it's very advantageous to the real estate community and everybody involved.
And I think there was, what, a 45-day time period in which to utilize that?
Yes, 45 days.
Okay. Thank you for confirming.
Do you have somebody who might be interested?
No, I just completed a commercial transaction, and I know that was something that my buyers were considering utilizing, but I don't think that they want to go that route.
No, okay, very nice. Yeah, so how to increase your income through commercial referrals. You must purposely plan on creating a new source of income through commercial referrals and work on it consistently. I would set a goal, build a separate commercial referral revenue stream into your goal setting tools. Don't focus on, dollar amounts, focus on number of leads referred. For example, setting the goal of doing 10 commercial referrals a year. Listen, the commercial referral opportunities will present themselves during regular conversation. And script, you can include the 3 questions that we went over previously into your regular conversation while doing your residential business. And even if you don't get the residential business, you might uncover a commercial lead while doing so. So it's just something good to keep on the top of your mind while you're out there and doing business. Why refer a commercial lead? A commercial real estate professional can do this transaction more efficiently and effectively. It's in your client's best interest to be in the hands of a commercial expert, and it's also better for you, the company's reputation within the commercial real estate community. Let's take a moderate commercial sale. Say you're on the listing side and you're representing a seller. The average is about $750,000 sale. Typical commission is 3% if you're the listing broker. Take that commission, that's $22,500. Again, this is just a typical, it can be below this or way above this, but just giving you a typical deal. Say you do a 20% referral fee, that's $4,500. And you're just, calling me and referring the lead, and you're making that. It's extra money that requires little to no effort. I consider this, passive income. It's the kind of income that everybody wants, right? That mailbox money where you didn't do too much for, but it's coming to you. And your time is better suited to doing residential, which you're very familiar with, and do every day. If you try to do commercial, you'll spin your wheels and take a lot of your time. So it's just a better, more efficient and effective way to do commercial, but not have to invest your time into it. When to work a commercial lead as a residential broker, I don't recommend it. There's a lot of risk involved. These are big transactions. These are people's, financial future, their business. It's a big transaction. There's a lot on the line. And I think it's better for you, the client especially, to have somebody who has the knowledge working on their transaction, and who knows the most important aspects to negotiate on a deal, on the proposal, and as well as in the lease or the contract if it's a sale. And I recommend using an agent who's done many transactions. Let's take, for example, a tenant seeking space for their business. Finding the right location is absolutely crucial to the success of their business. As they say, location. As a commercial real estate expert in the area, you begin to know what's a good location for what type of business and why. It's something that we study every day and we do every day, which is why, again, I recommend that if you do have something, bring it to a commercial broker, because we can find them the best location for their business that's going to set them up for their success moving forward.
Laura?
Sure.
Can you put your number and your email in the chat?
Yes.
That would be great.
Yes.
Thank you.
It'll be at the end of the presentation, but I'll put it in the chat as well for you. Residential agents who work a commercial lead, it's a very steep learning curve. It really takes years and years to become proficient on the commercial side. I honestly didn't really know what I was doing probably till about 2-3 years in. I consider myself a fast learner, but there's just a lot to learn. There's a lot of pieces to it, and it can be very complex. So, and again, we use different tools. I use a site called CoStar, as well as a few other ones. We don't use the MLS. And, commercial deal on average takes 9 months to complete. On the leasing side, the average is 6 months. On the sale side, the average is 12 months. So it's a very long process to kind of stick out, and to, like I said, so much just comes up in our due diligence process. So it's just, it's a long process. Again, I just think referring it out is the best avenue for you guys. And you'll earn money faster, focusing on your expertise of selling and buying homes. So this is just about when to partner with a commercial agent. I know sometimes residential agents will want to partner with the commercial agent. I think it's better to refer it to a commercial agent because, you know, a partner is really, you know, 50-50, you know, we're contributing equal amount to it. What will end up happening is we'll just be doing most of the of it. And, you know, it's not really a real partnership in that way. And also commercial agents, you know, they really want to work with somebody else who knows and is sort of pulling their weight in the deal as well. So it's just better to refer it rather than partner on it. Again, the other side of the transaction will expect that all parties in the transaction have experience and know how to do commercial deals. Referral commissions. You know, I think if it's a cold lead, meaning that you just heard a restaurant might be looking for another location and you'd say, hey, Laura, why don't you reach out? I would consider that a cold lead because I have to really build that relationship. You know, you don't just start talking to someone the next day, start showing them spaces. I mean, you guys obviously already know that on the residential side, but sometimes it will take months and months to really build that relationship and have them use you. So for a cold lead, a lot of commercial agents will do 5 to 10%. On a qualified or relationship lead, meaning, you know, they're a residential client of yours, you already built that rapport with them, and they're ready to go out and find locations or purchase an investment property. Usually commercial agents will do anywhere between 15 to 25%, depending on the deal and the amount of work that has to go into it. As I'm sure you already know, the referral commissions are paid on whatever side you're referring. So if it's the listing side for a sale of a building, you'll get the referral on that piece of the commission. And if you're on the buyer side or the leasee side in a lease, you'll be paid on the buyer or leasee side of the commission only. My duty to you as a commercial referral partner. So if you have a lead and you want to reach out to me, feel free to call me anytime. You know, I will return your call promptly when you reach out to me. I will respond to your client's needs as quickly as possible. I don't let things linger. I respond, you know, very quickly, and I'm very diligent about the process. And I will treat your referral client in a very professional manner, as I give my best effort towards every client and every transaction that I take on. And every referral is greatly appreciated. Here's my contact information. I know somebody mentioned it earlier. I'll also put it in the chat as well. And any questions?
You can unmute yourself to ask any questions.
That's fine. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm new. My name is Donald Charles, and just got my license last year. And also, it's a field that I would be interested in. So, the fact that I'm a regular agent, that doesn't change anything if I actually want to work on both fields as a commercial agent.
Sorry, say that again.
The fact that I'm a regular agent, this not gonna change anything if I decided to work into commercial.
No, you can become a commercial broker if you wanted to go that route.
You mean broker or a sales? Is that the course is about to become a broker, or is just to get more knowledge on a commercial field?
I'm sorry, on the commercial side, we really call each other brokers. Even if we're a salesperson, it's just how we refer to ourselves, a commercial agent. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just learning. That's why I asked the question, because the broker sounds like, usually when I heard broker, it just, you know, I know there's a class for that.
I know on the residential side, people don't use the term broker. It's more
No.
agent or realtor. The commercial side, we're all brokers. Even if we're not a broker or salesperson, it's just I guess, the term that's sort of evolved in the industry. But yeah, if I say that, I mean agent.
Okay. So is there a specific requirement for that instead of learning with someone who have knowledge in that field?
Yeah, you would just have to start. It's the same license. You don't have to go through any special course to become a commercial broker. As long as you're licensed in the state, you can practice commercial. There's just there's a learning curve. It takes, a good chunk of time to learn how to be a commercial real estate agent. But you can get started anytime.
It's just I got something come quick in my mind. And, I'm also on the road. I was doing delivering, but I'm also a realtor. I went to a restaurant and I hand my card to the owner. He says, "Yeah, I don't know if you can help me to find a commercial spot." I said, "I will see." But since it's not my field, we never talk about it. I just give him my card, and then I completely forget about that specifically. The person gave me that, okay, I'm gonna need it in Norwalk. I said, yeah, no problem. But it's not staying in my brain like it's something I have to do. But since I heard Jane say that today they will have a course at 1, I'm really interested in it. That's why I came a little bit late, but not late. I was there. I thought I was gonna receive an email says your class is gonna start just like Jenny does. The early you receive to get into the Zoom room, but I have to call the office and they tell me what to do. So that's why I get a little bit late. So I didn't.
No problem.
Okay.
Thanks for joining. And in a situation with the restaurant where they said that they would be expanding, I would just try to talk to them as much as possible to sort of build that rapport and get an idea of what they're looking for. And then you can tell them that I have a commercial partner in my office. She handles transactions like this, and she can help you out and find you a good spot and where you may be looking. And what I would do, I would get their information, get their number, email, preferably both. Because if you give it to me, that I'm going to reach out 100% of the time. I'm not going to lose the number. I'm going to call them. But if you give them my card or your card, the way sometimes people operate, they forget, or sometimes they just don't take that initiative. So I would just recommend giving them or getting their information and then giving it to me. And then I can just follow up with them. I'll follow up pretty quickly and just say, hey, you met my colleague so-and-so, and just continue the conversation and continue to build that relationship with them, and hopefully find them a great restaurant space.
Very good. So I'm gonna add your number on mine, and then because as I'm moving a lot in the road, before I got the license, I used to deliver free. That gave me the opportunity to talk to a lot of people. They all know me. The customers, restaurant owners, they as soon as they see my face, they know it's me.
That's
So
great.
yeah, I talk to a lot of people. I get in touch, get involved with them. I pass them my card. So now I know. So I'm gonna save your number. My name is Donald Charles.
Hi, Donald. Nice to
I
meet
will text you, and then since I know you were talking about also referral things, so I think that could also an extra money. As I saw, for a 10 minutes call, you could earn like a 4,500.
Yeah, and say you did 10 of those a year,
Yeah.
it's 45,000 in additional income. And I see it as passive income. Like I said, I feel like that's what everybody tries to get. You want to get money without working too much, right?
Yeah.
So it's a nice little way to increase your income. And now you might not be keeping it on top of your mind. You might just be thinking about buying or selling houses, but now keep it on top of your mind, and it's something that you could actively pursue.
Do we have so since how often do we have this class?
I think this is the only time. But if you had any other questions, feel free to to give me a
No,
call.
no, my point is the how many days a week in a week that we have the class, or do we need to usually with Jennifer Henry, I receive by an email every morning to open the chat room. So is it the same thing with you, or do I have to
Well,
give you
Donald, this class is a special class. It's not happening all the time like that, but we have our regular classes every day. So you should receive an email every day with the schedule of classes, and you can click on the link to attend our classes.
Oh, okay. So, but how am I gonna know there will be any announcement or
There's
about
an
it?
email sent out every day. So if you just open your email that says, for instance, Thursday, open for details, it'll tell you which classes are available and the link in big letters to click on to join the
Yeah,
class.
No, exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying for the everyday class I have with Jennifer. But as far as that specific commercial thing class, so let's say, am I gonna know that I'm gonna receive an email says that, hey, that today we're gonna have a commercial class, or?
Donald, I'll talk to you offline about it, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Any other questions for Laura
No.
from anybody else? If not, then Laura, thank you so much for your time today and your willingness to share your knowledge. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. And feel free to give me a call if you have any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
guys.
Laura. Bye-bye.
All right.